Hi everyone. Today I have a Japanese lock. This is a Miwa DS. There's your key right there. So you can see the bitting is on the two edges of the key. This is a wafer lock. And so there's wafers on the top and bottom that the key pushes into the correct place. And that's what allows you to turn the lock there. So I'm going to use a Z-bar for tensioning. There's actually I can push the Z-bar into the top that far before I hit one of the wafers. So I can basically use this as my tensioner, and then I'm going to use a couple of flat tipped hooks because they help me get on top of the wafers here. So first thing, I'm going to start with the bottom because I believe the bottom sets first. And interesting thing on this lock is the wafers are not evenly spaced. I guess there's places for multiple wafers, but they're not all populated. If I count correctly, this particular lock has, I think, 8. I think there are 5 wafers on the bottom and 3 on the top. But I think they can go up to 10. I've heard people say. So there's definitely uneven spacing. The wafers sometimes have spaces between them where there should be a wafer, but there isn't. Or where I guess there could be a wafer, but there isn't. So pick placement is interesting in here because you kind of have to just figure out where you are in the lock. You're probably seeing, as I click through these, you get a little bit of core rotation almost every time you click something, which is kind of neat. But basically what I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm finding the binding wafers and then giving them a little tap. And then sometimes you have to revisit the same wafer more than once. Make sure I'm getting this front one here. So this lock does give kind of interesting feedback. I have had several situations picking this where I'm not sure which wafer is binding anymore. Okay, I think that one. Click there. I may switch to a deeper hook just if I feel like maybe I'm having trouble getting to wafer, maybe I'm hitting something in front of it. Okay, I got a little click there. Got one there. The only peril to using this Z-bar as my tensioner is I feel like sometimes I can't get to this very front wafer on the top, but just double check that here. There you go. I did get another click out of that one. So I think I was having trouble. There you go. I was having trouble touching that top wafer with the Z-bar there, so I just switched tensioners, but there you go. That is an open on this Miwa DS. Now the interesting thing on this lock is this format that I've got here is not guttable as far as I am aware. It's got this snap ring inside here, and I took the snap ring out and then this, I guess this is like the tail piece, this came out. And then the plug slides backwards, but it reaches a certain point where you can't pull it back any further. And I think this goldish ring here, I think this is the housing and this can come out, but it's been crimped into this lock on both sides. And I didn't really want to destroy it, so I could not gut this thing. But you can see that it's all intact. I did not take it apart or anything. You can probably see it's full of graphite, which is kind of gross. So don't put graphite in your locks. There we go, relocked it. I have another one, but it's the same format. And so I couldn't take this one apart either for a video. If I get one that I can gut, I will definitely do a pick and gut on it, because I've seen the insides in other videos. There's tons of videos of these being picked out there, if you're interested. And you can see exactly how the wafers look and how they function. So check those out if you're interested in the gut. But as far as picking, not too bad. Just feel for the binders. You have to give things multiple taps. Sometimes you have to lift them a little higher than you think you need to, but not too bad. Interesting lock, neat mechanism. That is a Miwa DS.